Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's the Monday before Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you. Also, there's a new project I'm undertaking, and in the meantime, wanted to show you a little bit of me eliminating some zombies, because I think that's fun, target practice, you know. But I was taking a look at my all of the items I've got in my storage room, and I was like, you know what? It would be nice to have an item sorter, so I'm not having to do this every single time I come back with a shulker box or two shulker boxes full of stuff. So I took inspiration from the item sorter from my gold farm that JC Plays had built, or excuse me, that I followed the tutorial that JC Plays had made in my previous world, and decided to take that, double check that it would work for a repeatable item sorter, and built that. So this is a little bit of that progress. I'm gonna make it a large expanded not like an item, but whatever you call it, thing. A farm, or it's not a farm, but I'm not really sure what to call it. Do you guys have any terms that you use for that? Anyway, gonna be using that, and hopefully that's an interesting thing for you all. I had attempted to look up item sorters before and hadn't really seen anybody else in Bedrock doing it. I'm sure people have. It's just not something that I had found, at least not readily accessible. So this is the area that I decided to build it. And obviously it took a ton of resources, a ton of wood to build the platform for it, because it's obviously I wanted to plan for it being large to kind of loop around this room, so I had to make it quite big to get there. So obviously with Christmas being this week, I'm probably not gonna have a ton of time to play, so next video is likely going to be a Q&A. So again, if you guys have any questions or whatever to ask, please drop those in the comments, and I will respond to those accordingly. I'm also going to be pulling questions and comments from previous videos to be able to look at and give you guys some content on Friday this week. Now, there were a lot of times that I had to deal with mobs spawning over here, and I did take some time to jump over, drop some torches, try to prevent mob spawns so I wouldn't necessarily have to worry about mobs interfering with my build progress. If that Q&A video is one that you want to be sure to catch, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel or my TikTok channel, either way. That way you'll be able to see the video when it's posted, and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll also have access to all of the shorts that I post that I don't post on TikTok. And in addition to that, anytime I post a poll, it is up on YouTube, and you'll have access to that by subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you've been following me for any length of time recently, you'll know that I've mentioned wanting to start a hardcore world. I am very close to my 100 subscriber threshold on YouTube, so I think I just need 3 more at this point. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're gonna help me get there, and then I will be live streaming my first ever attempt at Minecraft Hardcore. So help me get there. I would love to be able to stream that hardcore attempt sometime, maybe by the end of the year, if not, at the very least, early in 2025. So appreciate you guys, appreciate the support. So now back to this item sorter. I would like to give a shout out to whoever the individual was that discovered the some of these very, very specific redstone mechanics that allow for the sorting. I genuinely didn't know anything about this until I watched JC Play's video for the gold farm, and I took that that information and applied it here, and it worked. So I'm just going with that. So anyway, shout out to the individuals who spend their time figuring out all of the ins and outs of the redstone mechanics, because that's a level of understanding of coding and game function that I don't know that I'll ever be able to achieve. So from all us Minecraft players that utilize stuff like this, we appreciate you. So, this first portion of my sorting mechanism, I'm dedicating to wood. I've got some wood logs in my shulker box here. Now, granted, this first one I did make a mistake in because I had intended it to be oak logs, and I had forgotten to put them in that first slot. So ignore that error. That was user error on my part. But the rest of the mechanism does work as intended, and you'll be able to see that through the rest of it here in the next bit. Anyway, this is going to be very useful for any mining expeditions I go on or whatever. I do plan to expand this to cover all like stone and regular block types. I'm not going to use it for ores or any of the valuable resources like emerald and all that. So, but it will be used for like all the stones, like dirt, sand, gravel, etc. Some of the nether blocks. I may eventually expand it to cover some end blocks as well, but I don't do a lot of mining in the end. I don't really have much need for that. So this is just going to be covering a lot of the resources that I am engaging in right now. But as you can see, I have allowed for room for the whole thing to go all the way down one side, loop around, and back up the other. So I do plan to make this a fairly intensive project. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Merry Christmas to you all, and we'll see you on Friday for the Q&A.